Hello, my name is Deontay Sneed, and for my informative speech, I chose to do salmonella. What exactly is it, and why is it dangerous? The reason I chose salmonella as the topic for my informative speech is because it holds a significance towards my family. Last year, it ravaged through my family, going through my brothers and sisters to my aunts and uncles, and it really hit us hard. Some of my family members had to be taken to the hospital, and more acute cases and more serious cases, like my grandfather's, he almost died because of it. So I thought that it would be a good time to rediscover what salmonella is. Before we move on to our main topic of salmonella, we must first talk about the man who found it and who is named after, Daniel Elmer Salmon, who was born on July 23, 1850 in Mount Olive, New Jersey. He was a member of the first class to enter Cornell University, where he trained in veterinary studies under James Law and graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1872. In 1876, after further study at Cornell, he earned the first Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree award in the United States. By 1879, Salmon was appointed to a program based at Cornell that sought to control an infectious disease of the lungs in cattle. Later that year, he began to study Texas cattle fever for the USDA. He was chosen to establish the USDA's veterinary division in 1883, and a year later he became the first chief of the newly formed Bureau of Animal Industry. While serving as the chief of the Bureau, Salmon developed the concept of treating animal diseases from the herd. He applied this concept first against contagious bovine pleuropneumonia. The disease was declared eradicated in the United States in 1892. He then turned his attention towards investigations of Texas cattle fever, hog cholera, fowl cholera, foot and mouth disease, and other animal infections. He established a pathological laboratory that will eventually evolve into the Bureau's Division of Animal Pathology. The genius of pathology bacteria, Salmonella, was named after Dr. Salmon, who first identified the bacteria during his study of hog cholera. The disease was later proven to be caused by a virus. When he resigned from the Bureau in 1905, Salmon became the director of National Veterinary School in Montevideo, Uruguay. He left the school in 1912 and then died on August 30th, 1914. Now on to our main topic, which is Salmonella. Salmonella is an infectious rod-shaped bacteria that causes disease in both humans and animals. There are numerous distinct variants of Salmonella referred to as serovars or serotypes. It appears that virtually all serovars can cause disease in humans, but they are often classified in terms of their adaptation to animals. Some typically affect just one or a few species. A general term for disease caused by Salmonella bacteria in humans and animals is salmonellosis, which affects the digestive system, although the infection may become systemic in serious cases. In humans, Salmonella serovars are a frequent cause of gastroenteritis, a type of food poisoning involving inflammation of the lining of the stomach and intestines. The bacteria is transmitted to humans through ingestion of contaminated poultry, eggs, and certain other foods, or contaminated water, or by contact with infected animals or their feces. In the early 2000s, according to estimates from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Salmonella each year caused 1.4 million cases of foodborne illness and more than 500 deaths in the United States alone. The incubation period for Salmonella is 8 to 72 hours, after which you will start showing signs and symptoms that include abdominal pain, fever, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. These symptoms will continue to persist and attack, and they may last from 3 to 7 days. Mild cases of Salmonella may not need treatment, or may simply be treated with antidiarrheal remedies. More severe cases may require antibiotics. It is very important to maintain hydration and also to take things like Gatorade and Pedialyte to maintain your electrolytes. It's also important that you carefully clean and thoroughly cook your food, as that's another way to avoid salmonella infections. And lastly, this is my works cited page, which means the presentation is over. For everybody that finished from beginning to end, I want to thank you for listening to my informative speech on salmonella, and I hope you have a very good rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.